like last week. Adam, I was just gonna say, so I'm looking at my topic grades right now, and there's just the one that says triggering CSS3 transitions, transformations, and animations, and all I've done is animations, and I have 9 out of 11 for that whole topic. So, yes, somehow he must not care. I know I have a transformation or one of the other ones in with my animations, but only one. So I don't think it has to be broken up so they're all separate, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I looked at my grade. He just graded me for JavaScript, and that's it. And I guess I have to do the rest of them by next week.
I thought we saw it a couple weeks. Is it next week?
Yeah, I might have to ask for some time because my wife is due next week, so I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
It's all coming at one point.
Yep.
Yeah, mine got graded too. I only have CSS on mine as well. I have some JSON, but I don't think he looked at that one, so he just graded my CSS. But yeah, like I have zeros on the rest, but yeah, so we should have more than that. He put a note on that, just saying that for this week and next one, we should have more than that, like more code, just showing up what we've learned on this meetings and stuff.
Do you have to do a video for each code that way he can grade it, or he just looks at the code directly?
He just looks at the portfolio. You send him the link for your portfolio, and that's what he looks at, because he doesn't want to see anything on GitHub or anything. So what he asked me was just to give him the link for my portfolio, and I sent him the link, but it just shows my animations, and it has some, as I said, it has like JavaScript and JSON. So I don't know if he actually checked that, because like it has the like the button where it's supposed to like run the program, but he didn't grade that. So I don't know. I mean, it was all together, and he just saw the animations that I had. So, but to my understanding is that he just wants a link to our portfolios, and just so he can run the programs there. He wants to look at it on his, like what I saw on one of the comments is just like that he wants something that he can just open on his phone and it'll work.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, Lindsay, who is first?
Either you or Melissa, I think. Me and Adam are done, so.
Mine is extremely short, so if you don't mind, I'll start.
Sure.
Okay. Let me know when you guys are able to see it. Yep. Yes, no, maybe?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So my topic for this week is local storage. And as you guys know, local storage it's good to have on our code because it won't reset next time you open it. So this is the modern cookies, I would say. So before we had cookies, and now they're using local storage to have this more like modern feel of it, and it is faster and it is safer than cookies will. It's like easier to just retrieve information from other users, and you would have to sign up. You would have the user sign up if you want to restore where they left off. So I have. To show you what I have here. So I did some. I created this code. I was just looking at some examples that I found here on W3 School, and usually you would do to store it. You would do like the local store, and then here, the set item, and then to retrieve it, you would do the get item and so on. But I found a faster way to do it. It's a lot simpler. So I tried it with both, with the set item and with the get item. So I just created a list here on my HTML with some colors, and I did some functions to change the background. So I did the background color and then retrieve it from the color list that I have over here, and then it will change it. It'll just restore, and I have a button that will reset that. And I have another function, so it's just like an if statement. So, and I'll show you how it works. Perfect. So you've got the pink one, and I do have it set to be pink if it doesn't change. And then you can choose from the list to like orange, and then you just click the button and it change the background. And we can do yellow, and it'll change the background. So even if we closed our browser, and I'll close the whole browser so you guys can see it, and then we go to the to check the file. Spring to 61 example. It just stays there. So it just saves that information as cache on the local computer, so you can easily retrieve it, especially when you're a developer, and it makes it a lot easier. And just we have to remember that local storage would only store strings. So I don't know if you guys remember, but last time I presented, I talked about JSON and the function, like the parse function, where you can transform objects, or like convert objects into strings. So this function is very useful and using on local storage. So if you want any objects to convert into strings, so it will work on local storage, you can use the JSON parse function, and it'll do the trick. But yeah, as I said, it's very simple. I thought it was really cool, and I think Adam talked about this the first week, and so I just dug a little deeper so we can use it on our code. And yeah, I mean, this one was like simple, just with the colors, but we can use it for a lot more. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. You guys have any questions?
I am seriously like flabbergasted right now, just because I've been working on local storage all day today, and I can't seem to get it to function the way I want to, as far as like a form.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just a simple form where a user is putting in, I guess, their information, and then if the web crashes and stuff, and then I can't seem to get it to work the way I'd like. I don't know. But I mean, what you have is awesome, and so I guess my question is, what was your simpler way? I guess I didn't understand.
Here, so usually you would do like the set item, and let me see, let me check it here. So you would usually have to get this, like the default form that you would use local storage is like the set item, and then you will have like an object, and you'll have like the two values, or the parameters, and then you'll get the get item and all that. But what I found out is just like, and you can see it here in my code, is that you can just do the object without having to have the set item, and then just like listing one, like each object, like I would have to have like a different object for like different colors, and then it'll do the list like that. So like instead of doing that, I just created an object instead of having like the set item and having the rest of the code there. I just created an object, and I named it background color here, and then I'll just retrieve it from a basic HTML list, and that's how I found that it was easier. Instead of having to write more code, I just made it a little shorter, and then I'll just retrieve it from there. So I just had to do like a function for that, and like you can just like completely delete this. And
So you did use JavaScript for the function.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, so as you can see it here, is calling the script over here, and for the functions, and then the rest is just HTML5, and over here it had like another little function that would just load the background, and so yeah. I mean,
Awesome.
it's not like simple, but it's a lot simpler than other codes that I found, and I'm very visual, so I try different things to make it a lot easier. And I mean, colors do work a lot for me, and to see it like the whole background and how it will work, that was a lot simpler. And I mean, as Adam was saying, I mean, you can do it with users' information, where exactly like if the browser crashes, it's still stored on the cache, and they'll be able to retrieve it from there. And I just did like a list where you can just select it, but I mean, you could do the same where, and actually you can you could use a function where it would like auto-populate like other browsers do, and it uses local storage. I mean, it's a little more advanced than what we've learned so far, or what I've looked at. But I'm like I know that that's how you do it.
Right, because other tabs can utilize that local storage information.
Yeah.
But if it's a session storage, then that's only pertinent to that one tab, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Very good. Good job.
Thank you. Any other questions that I can answer?
Good job, Melissa.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Chino, I guess you're up.
All right, so let's see. Share screen. Share screen. I know you guys like slides, so I came up with some slides for you. So, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so today we're going to talk about the CSS transitions. I know we talked about it a couple of weeks, but this is just a little slide, and I'm going to do a little demo. So CSS transitions, you know, they have great effects which allow you to change in CSS values, and the effect can be applied only only in the CSS properties, which include background, color, width, height, and opacity, and many more. So, so I just want to do a little demo because I'm really new to CSS transition. So let's see, got all these browsers open. So one thing I want to show is this cool thing I discovered today, and it starts with number 1. Cool. So this is just like 4 demos that I found online, and literally it just changes the content. So this is demo 1, and then if I hit demo 2, you can see the effect of the pictures. You see how it curve a little bit? You can see the letters change, and then I kind of really like how you can play with the content more. It really make it more animated. All right, so this is just a demo that I found online, and here's my demo, which is very weak. Okay, so see. So this is what I coded today, just a little 4 items. This one, you can change color if you hover over it. And from circle, you just from red to blue. This one, it goes fast. And then you can actually, as soon as you go back to it, it will. And then this one goes very slow, and it stops in there. And then this one just turned from square to black. All right. So the code behind this is, as you know, it's just 4 divs that I created, and then played more with the transition, and then I added some radius just to change the effect between square and rounds. That's the only 2 effects that I played with, which is the hovering part and then transitioning part. I know there is another CSS for transformation, or I kind of hold off on that, but it's the only code that I work on today, and it's all I have.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of presentations that really look cool, but as I said, I'm really new to this, and
So for the rectangles that you did, will you go back to your code for a second?
sure.
So is that just the 2s? Is that seconds? 2 seconds?
On
Or is that?
the number
Yeah.
2 one? This one,
No,
number 2?
so what's highlighted? So it says transition with 2s.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that
2 seconds.
Is that
Yeah.
Okay. So that's just how long it will take to
Correct.
get. Okay.
So we can change that to
You can do
22?
it super fast if you do like 0.2 or something.
Yeah, I think that the higher is the slower, right? I think, let's
I
say
think
if I
so.
do, yeah, if I do 22 on square number 2, I'm gonna hit save.
So now it'll be way slow. Let's
See,
check it out.
yeah, it's gonna be very slow.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
It doesn't seem all that hard.
yeah. So, and go back to my slide. I got my last slide. Says thank you.
Good job, Chino.
Thank you.
That was a fun one.
So yeah, so I don't know if you have any questions, but as I said, CSS it's kind of straightforward. I think as soon as you have your properties correct, you can actually start adding to them, right? You can add transition, you can add things to make the effect going for the CSS. The question that I have is, I know there's JavaScript animation, and then there is CSS animation. Which do you think is used the most?
To my understanding, CSS is a lot faster and it doesn't crash as often as JavaScript.
Okay.
So that's the main, to my understanding, is that's the main difference. It's just that CSS would even run even if for JavaScript you will have to run the program for it to be able to work, and for CSS it'll do it even without like a connection or anything like that. So it's faster. It's smaller in size, and it's harder to crash, I would say.
Yeah. The only comment on that is, I think with JavaScript, your CSS, now all browsers actually can handle the CSS transition. I think JavaScript can be handled by all browsers. I don't know if you can correct me, or
I think it depends on the version of the browser version. Yeah, it's newer. You'll have to upgrade to a newer version if you want to run CSS. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Good job, Gino.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you. Got 2 more to go.
Well, that was a short and sweet. Anything else? Any other questions?
I think we're good. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
I have
yeah.
just one question.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to work with my JSON, and Adam shared with us like how he did with PHP. Do you have to create a database, or you just have to create like a file and then name it PHP?
I just created a file with PHP, but your server would need to be compatible with PHP is all. And I think it would just generate the database for you, or like, yeah, I didn't go in and create a database for that. I just created that PHP file, and it referred to that file.
Okay.
Is all I did.
Are you talking to?
But you placed it inside your local host, which has SQL or some sort of database that runs it?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Makes sense. All right, well, that answered my question.
Well, good. Okay, then I guess we're done. I'll post this and with your timestamp, so then you guys can do with it what you'd like.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Have a good
everyone.
night.
Take
You
care.
too.
Bye.